Okay. All
So
right.
now I'm back in profit. I entered at 168,858.
168,
58.
858.
Mm-hmm. No, no, no. Go back.
One
168,858.
8858.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you got in um
That
right,
wick of that
right
red
here.
candle. No, no.
Oh, right.
Remember I bought it up. I bought it up right there. That yes.
You brought it
And
up here.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then
And
when I noticed that it actually started, like when it was done buying and
mm-hmm,
it pushed back down, I waited for a retracement and I got in on the wick, that red candle wick.
right here.
No, I think I got in on the next one. That red candle that's to the right,
Right
to the
here.
right. Mm-mm.
Hold on. Let me zoom in. Let me
That
zoom.
red candle that makes the bearish order block.
Oh, this one here.
That one, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I still feel like it's bearish.
bearish. Mm-hmm.
For now. Um, if I just marked this is my key level here, right? So this is support and this is resistance. So as of right now, it is still bearish. And because of this momentum candle and then this pullback and then a bearish order block, I still feel like it's going to sell.
Yes, I guess the reason why I'm mad is because on one of my accounts I was up almost $500
hmm
and now I'm down at 65.
Yeah, yeah, it's been a little crazy day today.
Mm.
Crazy day today. So
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome. Okay. So let me see who's all on. Hey, Leisha. Hey, Noah. Hi, Mitch. I don't know who Mitch is, but hi. Hi, Hassan. All right. Um, UJ. You and UJ, Mitch.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yes, I'm in UJ, yes, but since last week Tuesday.
But since from last week.
Yes.
Oh, you rich today. You're gonna have a good new year, huh?
I mean, I just came across your videos and I tried out a strategy and that's the first shot I got.
Across my video?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's you exactly, but it's two videos from the YouTube, from the
Mm-hmm.
iCarly or something like that.
Which one?
Just a second, let me double check.
The IC4X clearly?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I've been implementing that strategy and that's the first shot I
It's
got at
been
it.
working for you. I love to hear it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So
Yeah.
this is I really like your chart. It's nice and clean.
Yeah, I only do price action, so
Yes.
that's as simple as I can get it.
That's I'm trying to get everybody just the price action, just the price action. But we're gonna start out with the lines, okay?
Oh,
Um, so for let's see. Yep, that's a nice chart. I like that. So I said I'm going to gradually graduate y'all from the lines, right? And I think we talked about it the last time we were on. Zoom on the Friday and talked about how to mark up your, I still use my trend line. Yeah, y'all know that. And if price is below my trend line, I'm looking for sells. If it's above my trend line, I'm looking for buys. That's just the way it is. And I don't look for buys. Like I wouldn't have gotten in this buy. And I know it came and tapped into an impulse move. It tapped into the demand zone of an impulse move, which was definitely a great entry. But if I'm going to buy it, if I would have bought this, I just would have taken it up to this level here. Okay. Um, just because price is bearish. Does that make sense for everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to erase everything. Let me make sure I don't have an alert on here. I'm going to erase everything and just explain how when it's come Sunday, come when I'm looking at my charts or Saturday afternoons and I'm trying to mark up my charts. Of course, I go to the weekly one because I'm doing the weekly order block. Because I'm doing the weekly order block analysis. And based on the weekly chart, this doesn't have a weekly order block, but it violated a weekly order block. Okay. So we have a break here. So now I'm just looking for, I don't see any imbalance in here. What I normally do is mark up my, whether you want to do it on the weekly, the 4-hour, the daily, I will mark up the current high and then the current low. And this will be my current low right here, right? So once I mark up my chart, because this is in the middle, I'm waiting for price to either, since it violated this order block, to either pull back up into here and then sell it down, or push it down to this zone and tell me what it wants to do, whether it's going to buy up or whether it's going to break and then move to the next zone. But what I like to make sure when I do mark up my high and low, I still like to keep in mind the level of support and resistance, right? So I would mark up, this is actually the high right here. So I still like to make sure it's in alignment with the levels of support and resistance. So this is a little here, but I think my zone would actually be, I hate that these little tiny wicks. Okay, so again, I would like to wait for price to come back. Now we see that prices has been bullish. So what I would like to see is price pull back to this way, and then I can buy it up some more. But because price did not break this high, because we're still working on market structure, right? We still have to look at market structure. This is a high. This is a swing high. Swing high. And then this is my swing low. Okay. Now, who's on their computer?
I am.
You wanna mark up some chart? Want to do some?
No.
Huh? Was that a no? Was
Yeah,
that a no?
that was a
Um,
no.
Mitch, Mitch, you ready? And I didn't mean to mark up this because I'm going to ask y'all.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready? Okay. So let me see if I can share. my.
You can share the screen now.
Oh, you want to share your screen? Yeah, you can do that. I'm going to stop sharing. We can do that too. That'll work.
I'm not sure how you do that because I have like 6 screens I'm watching at the same time.
So when you hit share screen, and then you look for the window that your trading view is on.
Okay, yes, I got it.
All right. So wait a minute. Let me pull up the pair because so I want you to pick any pair, and then I'm gonna pull it up on my iPad here. And then I'm gonna ask you some questions.
Okay.
Gold, you gonna pick gold? Or what you picking? UCAD?
Go with you guys.
Okay, let me go to UCAD. Hold on. Let me go to UCAD. Okay. UCAD. Okay. Let's see. For UCAD, what is your current overall trend?
A downtrend.
The current overall trend. Overall. Let me say overall trend. Let me say the overall trend.
The overall trend is a downtrend.
Okay. You say it's a downtrend?
Yes.
Go to the monthly. And then squeeze. Okay. Now I want you to, is that a indicator that you have for the higher lows and higher highs?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to take off the indicator. Which indicator is that? Breaker structure chart.
Yeah.
Nephew Sam. Okay. So that's okay. So overall price is, squeeze it in for me. So we're going to go, hold on, hold on. So overall price was bearish, right? Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to fib the not any of the micro moves, but the macro moves. So the major moves. I want you to fib what you think is the major move.
If the major move
Mm-hmm.
on the daily,
Whatever time frame.
whichever time frame, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Major moves only.
So you're gonna look to see where your highest point is. You're gonna look to see where your lowest point is, and then you want to fib that. So why did you fib that zone there?
Because it's more near the top high and you get an impulse and a correction.
Okay. So I want you to think even bigger because that's an internal move. That's an internal move. So I want you to think bigger. Like I want you to pretend like you're going to be the swing trader of the year. And you're going to swing the next move you put in, it's going to be a swing trade for the year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which time frame you on? Monthly. Okay, go ahead. Are we on the same trade? US CAD. Yeah, okay. I got you. So I want you to zoom in some more or zoom out some more. Yeah, bring it in some more if you can. If not, go to the 2 month, 3 month, maybe. Why does yours look so different than mine? USD CAD? USD CAD.
He may be using a different broker. It looks like it's FXCM.
Oh, FXCM. Okay. Hold on, let me go to FXCM because this one looks a little different than mine. USD CAD FXCM. Okay. Chart. Oh my God, that is completely different chart. Okay. So with that being said, okay, so I still want you to fib your highest point and the lowest point.
Highest point and the lowest point.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of lost because I'm not really seeing no setup to film.
Hmm.
I'm kind of lost. I'm not really seeing any setup that I can film.
So the highest point would be your highest point right there at the top.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, right there. From that top of that wick to the lowest point, which is down to the next wick. All the way down. Yep. Because and as you can see, to the price to the left on this chart is first price was going up. First we had a higher high, a higher low. So scoot it over to the right a little bit. To the other right. Nope. To the right. Yeah. There you go. Okay, right there. So you see when price back in 1971, back in 1971, there was price, right? And then price started moving up. It made okay, that's what we can do right now. I want you to mark up the swings, the swing highs and the swing lows. the major the major swing highs and the swing lows. So use your let me I'm gonna draw on your screen, right?
Okay.
Just real quick. So this is the low, this is the high. Now I want you to let me trash that. Okay. So I want you to mark up your major swing lows and major swing highs. Based off of what I just showed you. Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 So the only thing I would have said differently is, and let me just, and keep your drawing there. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. It's not letting me change the color. Okay. Um, okay. So from a major standpoint, you have this, and then you have this, and then you have this. Oops. And then you have this break of structure here. So this down all the way to here, right? That's the major swings. And then in between the major swings, oh, here go the color. I see it right here. In between the major swings, you have the minor swings. You have here, 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 a little pullback here, push up. And then you have this break right here, right? You have a break of that low. So that is the, oh, shoot. That, so you have here, 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 and then the break. Okay. So you have the major move, and then in between that major move, you have the minor moves. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So once you, oh, I can't, you're on your screen. So now that now, so what I want you to do is fib the change of character of the major move. So where was the change of character? So now, right. So to the right of that, that's where price broke structure and changed character, because price was bullish all this time. And then price came and started selling. It swept, it broke the major swing low. So I want you to fib that that full move from the top to the bottom. And I'm going to clear out my drawings. There we go. So fib from the top of the top to the bottom, to that bottom of that wick, all the way down. Yep, right there. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, if you can move the screen to the left, there you go. Now, as you can see, price has tapped into the 78, right?
Yes.
And based on the way that I teach, where's your level of support and resistance right now?
Level of support and resistance.
The
61.8 and the 78.
The 61.8. So you want to mark up actually the level is currently at the 50. Is that 50%? I think that's the golden part of the golden zone. So you can mark up okay, see where that order block is, the first bullish order block. on the 50% line. To the left, to the left. Over to the left a little. Not that one, the next one. Over to the left a little bit more. The next bullish order block. No, to the left. To the left, a little bit more, right there, right there. Mark up from the body. Just draw a zone from the body to the wick. Now, don't forget, we're on the 3-month time frame, but you would do the same thing on the 4-hour, 1 hour. But yep, draw a zone from the body of that order block to the wick of the order block. From the bottom, bottom. Yep. And nope, bring it down. Take it down to the wick. There you go. There you go. Okay. So that is your level of support, right?
Okay.
Okay. So now I want you to get another, draw another zone. And you can draw it from, you see the order block that's right above that zone that you just marked out. Right? The bearish order block.
Yeah.
Nope, top. Yep. So you always got to stay out the middle. So draw a zone from the body to the top of that wick. There you go. Okay. Now, as you can see, you are currently in that zone. Like price has not broken above that zone as of now, right?
Right.
Price pulled up to the 78. It sold down. It pushed back up into the 78, and then it sold back down to the support level, and it started breaking internal swings from that top zone to the bottom zone, right? So what I would be looking for, now again, we're on a 3-month. This is, I mean, you're not going to wait 3 months. Well, you're not going to wait for 3 months to find a bearish order block, right?
Exactly.
But what you can do is, okay, go down to the monthly and see what these zones are. Okay, so now I want you to just tighten up the zone just a little bit. So from the bottom, you see the order block of the top zone, where price, the initial order block, just pull it up to the body. Yep, pull it up to the body. There you go. So you'll just start, as you go down in the time frame, you just start pulling and tightening up those zones. So, and if it were me, I would pull that all the way down, the support zone. I would pull that all the way down to the body of that zone. Nope, not the bottom part, the top part. Pull it all the way down to the body of those candles. Yep, right there. That's how I would tighten up my zones. Okay. So now you can always, if you know how to trade from zone to zone, I say trade from zone to zone. So if price pulled back down to the support zone, because there's a bullish order block in that zone, right? That bullish order block that's right there in the middle never broke below where you initially started marking up the zone. So you see the bullish order block that's right there at the bottom? Nope, not that one. The bullish, no. Right where you were the first time. Yeah, right there. That bullish order block. It pulled back into the zone. right? So once price got there, you would look for some bullish momentum, and then you can buy it back up to, if you know how to trade zone to zone. If you don't want to trade zone to zone, you can always wait for price to break out and then trade the trend, like once it starts trending either bullish or bearish, right? So, okay, with that being said, now I want you to go to the 4-hour or go to the daily first. Go to the daily first. I just want to see something. And I want you to clear your screen altogether.
Clear it.
Because you know that you've already tapped into the 78. If you want to mark up the, go back to the monthly again, sorry, just so I can see the fib. Okay. And if you want to mark up the 78, um, take it down a little bit, push it down or scroll down a little bit. Yeah. I mean, scroll up a little bit, my bad. Up, 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 up. And I'm just looking for, so the 0. So if you want to put a, like a TP1 where the 0 marker is of the fib,
Okay.
you can just put a line, or if you want to keep the fib, you can just keep the fib there. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. But you just won't see it once we go down to the 4-hour. So I say go to the daily. And then reset your screen. Okay. Now, like I said, when you come to your chart on Saturday or Sunday or whenever you mark up your chart, you're looking current trend is bearish, right? So mark up your swing highs and swing lows for me. You want to mark up, do market structure on the current swing highs and swing lows. Mm-hmm. Now that we know. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. There we go. Okay. That's good. That was good. That was good. That was good. Okay. Why did you mark up? And I'm just gonna say, why did you go from here to here to here? What's your explanation behind that? I just want.
Price created a lower lows and lower highs.
But why didn't you go from here, 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 and then here?
I just try to do it as clean as possible, and it has a breakup structure.
That's exactly what I want to hear. So
Okay.
price, it was a trick question. So price, price, and y'all know when I always say everything that's above this zone up to the peak is the swing, part of the swing. So that means this is the high, this is the break of structure, then that means this is the swing low. Does that make sense for everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So counting this move as the a move, and then this is not the swing high right here. This is the swing high because it has to break structure in order to be the swing high, in order to create a swing high. Let me say that. So until, because this could have easily come here, went up here, and then started going back up here, right? So, so yes, that was a trick question. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. So, so once This is the high. This is the break. This is the swing.
So
So,
on that last swing that you just marked up, since do you have a gap right there from that candle that pushed down? Would you
which
expect
one?
it to come back up? That last one that you marked up the swing?
This one right here?
That
This one right here. Or this one right here. This gap
uh
right here.
that
Oh,
third line at the bottom. I
oh,
can't
sorry.
see where you're
This,
marking up.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry. I forgot I'm not on my screen. This gap right
Yes,
here.
that one. Mm-hmm. Yes,
Okay.
that one.
So yes, I would expect price to, and if I was, this would be my trend line because I have my 2 points right here, right? So I would expect price can come back up in here somewhere and then possibly start selling again. So it broke this low. Now we have this low. That's the next low we're going to target.
Okay, so I guess that's where I'm kind of getting confused because if it was me looking at the charts right there where you have the circle, I would think like, okay, so it broke through there, through that last one, and then I would think it would come back and fill that gap.
It doesn't
But then
have to
looking,
come, it doesn't have to come right away. Like it breaks.
Mhm.
And of
So
course,
that wouldn't be a break of structure right there. The
this
break
is
of
right,
structure would the break
this
of
right
structure
here,
would be the next one, right?
this right here is a break of structure. So we had this move here, and then we had this move here, right?
I think you're writing on your
And
okay. You had that first one, the one circle,
Oh, wait a
and then
minute. Hold on. Let me clear clear my let me clear my drawings. Okay. So we have, let me change the color. Let me change the color. So we had this move up here, this move here, this move here, this move here, and now this move here. So this was the break. Price pulled
right.
back and then
Mm-hmm.
broke structure again. So now
Right.
this is the last swing right here. Okay.
Okay.
So I would mark up my high, I would mark up my low, and
Okay.
then I would mark at my swing. So I would be looking for price to pull back to retest this area here, right? And it may even pull back. As long as it doesn't break this high, it can pull back anywhere between here and here and then start selling back down.
Okay.
Okay.
So when you're not looking to the left for the break on the left that you marked up earlier.
Well,
You're looking at
I do know that this is more of a major move. Like these little moves in
okay.
here are the minor moves, right?
Okay.
We're on the daily. So, but this would be the break, and then this would be the swing high on a bigger scale. So if we
Right.
went down to the weekly or the monthly, you're not even going to see some of these moves within here.
The retracements, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Exactly.
Okay.
So, and that's why I had him to mark up the overall picture, the overall change of character on a higher time frame. Because if price plays out like we think it will play out, meaning it did a change of character, it pulled back to our 78. So we're looking for price to continue to the 0, the negative 27, and then the negative 618. Now that may take 2 years, but you have an idea of where price is going. But the way that we did that, you would do the same thing on the lower time frames. For instance, the daily, if he fibbed from here to here where there was the change of character, I'm sure this is the negative 78 or the 88. and then price played out to, can you fib that that move from the top of here to this change? Actually, this is the change of character. This is really the change of character right here. But it did break this swing, so hold on. Let me think. Because this is what I would really consider the change of character, because this was the move up, the pullback, and then that was the move up, right? So if this is the change of character here, then the fib would be from here to here. Did that make sense to everybody?
I can't see what you're talking about with the fib.
Oh, hold on. Let me clear all my drawings. Okay. So the move, I was saying this is the real move here, right? So this would be the break of structure. B O. This is weird. Okay. So this would be the break of structure, right? So that means the change of character happened right here. Now, you had internal breaks of structure. You had an internal here, and then the internal here. So you could fib from here to here. And let me just do from here to here. And you'll probably get the, this is can you fib from here to here and see if it,
It's probably the 88.
mm-hmm. So it went to the 78. It went to the 78. And now it has played out to, where's the negative 27?
It played out to the negative
Oh,
618.
it played out to the negative 618. Yep. So so price is probably about to pull back again. And now you can take the fib from this low here, take the fib from this low here where the 0 is, and bring it down to this low here. So take where the 0 is, the 0, yep, take it and bring it all the way down to the bottom. This is a major move. So once price starts pushing back up, you're looking for price to come back to the 78. I would say the 78. And why I say the 78, because here is my level of support and resistance. That's my level of support and resistance. So once price breaks your trend line, and it may, bounce in here, do whatever. It might even come down and break these lows. But once that happens, it breaks structure. You can at least buy it back up to this 78 here. Now, Mitch, okay. Mitch, can you unshare your screen?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You did great, Mitch. You did great.
No problem. Thanks.
Do you have any questions from this?
Not really, but I'm learning still.
Okay. So if you can unshare your screen.
How do you unshare the screen?
It's either at the top, I think. I think you have to put your cursor up at the top. Like hover over.
Oh, I see it.
You see it? Okay. There you go. All right. So let me go back to, and we were GBP CAD. Okay. So now, and I'm just gonna, so I would go to my, really, because I'm an intraday trader, I would go to my 4-hour, right? And we already know that price broke structure here. I would mark up my swing high, which is currently here. It is in line with a key level of support resistance, and then I would mark my low. This is how I would mark up my week. And then I would wait for price to get to this zone or this zone. Once price got to this zone, it's either going to show you it wants to go back bullish or it wants to go bearish, meaning so whatever happens up in here, I don't know if it's going to go back up here. It looked like it came and it filled in this imbalance, and now it gave a bearish order block. So price is probably going to go back down here. So I'm either waiting for price to maybe sweep the low, maybe come back in and then push up, or I'm waiting for price to break out. I want to see a breakout. So it already tapped into this imbalance. I'm waiting for price to come, maybe tap into this order block here, pull back, and then continue to these lows here. And the reason I put there is because that's just my level of support and resistance right here. Okay. So that's how I would mark up my chart. This will be the first thing I do. And then I would wait for it to get to this zone, show me what it wants to do, or gets to this zone, show me what it wants to do, and then trade accordingly. If it broke out this top here, I would be looking for price to, and I want to see a clean level of support and resistance. So this is a zone here. It could tap into this. It could tap into here, but my guess is once it taps into here, it'll pull back and then possibly keep pushing to the upside. So this would be my zone here. And from there to there is 270 something pips. But I want to say this, even if you saw price like close above this zone, you want to see price come out and then pull back and then give you, like I said, I look for a 1-hour order block. I look for some kind of structure, whether it because once it pushes out, like it's going to push out, it's going to give you some kind of order block, right? And then it's going to pull back. If it doesn't break this current order block or zone over here and then gives you another order block, then I would take it from here and then trade it. For instance, let me see. Let's look at AJ from yesterday, from last night's call. And I'm going to remove all the drawings. Where were we yesterday, Elfie? On Tuesday, Thursday. What time did it start? At 1700? I think that's it. So 1,700. So on the call yesterday, I was saying I still see a buy. And why I was saying that, based on the 4-hour, price had broken structure here. And although I would like to see it come out a little more, and this is what I'm saying, I would like to see it come out a little more and then pull back. But I also had a key level here, right? So price broke this level here. I was expecting price to come back to this zone and start pushing up. So in my mind, price was still bullish. But if I look at the bigger picture, so if I go to the daily, okay, that was the high, overall high, right? But then price pushed up, came back, and then broke structure. So I'm looking at the overall, the bigger picture. So price broke structure here and then came and gave a change of character here. Does that make sense for everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. So the move should have been, the fib should have been from here to here. So price came, tapped into the 78. So then the same way we just looked at USD CAD, how it pushed up and came, started breaking structure. We fib our move. Price pulled back to the 78, and then price started and then price started selling. Okay. No, did I play that right? Yeah.
I think you turned your replay off.
Okay.
Hello?
Okay. So this is how the day ended. Yes, that's how the day ended.
Okay.
So if we were looking at that from price pulled into the 78. Did I mess that up? Hold on. I think I did. So, oh, I did. I see what I did. So we had price here, and then price came to here. Sorry, this is where we were. There we go. Okay. Price pulled into our 78, tapped into our 78, and then it's now breaking structure to the downside. So I would now be looking for sales because price broke here. Now, the only thing I don't like is so I'm on my 4-hour coming at the end next week. This is my zone here. And then you can just mark up the zone. I would have marked up this zone here, but this is a little tiny zone. But as you can see, the zone, it has broken below the zone, right? So now I would be looking for price. And let me do it like I would do it. Here. Okay. So I'm marking up this zone. This is a key level. As you can see, if you pull it over, it is a key level. You don't have to pull it all the way over, but you can. So next week, I would be looking for price to push down into this order block, pull back, and then start targeting this low. Okay. And if you want to put a line or if you want to put the zone, however you want to do it. However you want to do it. So break, and I will wait for the pullback. I'll need to see it give me a 1 hour order block, and then I would trade it down to this zone. Okay. So that's how I would look at my chart for next week for AUDJPY.
Okay, so last night we also talked about Chef JPY. That's the one you said you saw to buy for, at least the
Yeah.
one I can remember.
Yeah, JPY.
That's
Oh, I don't know.
the case for that one.
I don't know why I thought it was AU. So, okay. So if I came to my chart, like we see that this is bullish, right? So, but I would mark up my zone. I would mark up this high here. And I would just like take my thing, make sure it's, you know, and then I would mark up this zone here. Okay. So now once price gets here on the 1 hour, I would wait for price to get here. This order block has already been mitigated, like it's already been tapped into. It already pushed up from this little order block, and now it's starting to pull back. So I would be waiting for price to show what it wants to do on the 1 hour at this zone here. It's either going to give you a bearish order block in the zone, or it's going to give you a bullish order block in the zone.
So, and your entry is then the tap in or up into the order block, or what would your entry be?
So if my order block is created right here, so I have a green candle and then a red candle that pulls out, that's like a momentum candle, then because I like to mark it from the zone. I like to put it from the zone. It's either going to be here or it's going to create something that's going to show you that it's a little lower, right? And it might just be the order block itself. Like it might be a wick for the green candle and then the red candle. So whichever candle gives you the high, that's what you mark it up to. And then I just look for my next zone, which is
Hold on. So basically you wait for the 1 hour order block to finish. 2 hours. You're waiting for 2 hours to see what that last candle of the 1 hour order block looks like.
Yes. And it might be longer than 2 hours. Because it might come here, give you a red candle, a red candle, a red candle, and then it might give you a green candle, and then it might give you a red candle.
Yes, but I'm saying like for the order block itself, you wait for it to actually finish printing, and then you enter.
And I like to see that bearish candle
The
close
body
below
closed.
these lows,
Yeah.
below this order block. Because now at this point, although this tapped into the order block, the low of this order block is right here, right? So I need to see the candle close below this order block, and then I'm measuring up my order block, and then I'm taking my zone to the next level of support resistance.
So what you mean you're measuring your order block?
Meaning however, because I don't want to say mark this here, because like I said, let me see if I can draw it. So
like the order block that you have on the top. Let's just take that one as an example.
Exactly.
In the
Okay.
zone.
You see this came in the zone. And this would have to be before that was created, right? this would be my level of support resistance right here, right?
Okay.
There's a zone there, and then there is this zone here, level of, okay? So
Okay.
price came and gave me a bearish order block. So it broke out the zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then it came back in the zone. That's why I say I usually like to see if I'm going to keep buying, I like to see it break out, come up some, and then pull back. This quickly broke out and then pushed back into the zone.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and because it pushed back into the zone, I would have taken it. I would have
But it
taken it
did
from
not close below the zone, so you don't
this
need it to
this
close below the
this
zone, or
this candle did. This
okay.
candle closed below the zone, right?
Yeah. So talking about that particular order block up top.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you watch it, like being created.
Mm-hmm.
See, okay, I have an order block now on my zone,
Mm-hmm.
bearish order block, and you want to enter.
Let me go to the 4 hour because it may
You
make
want to enter on the tap in. So you measure your order block like in terms of okay, trying to get in on that 78 of that order block. So
no,
you get the highest entry,
you
or
can
you
just
just want to get tapped in. It
you
doesn't
just want to
matter.
get tapped in. So I would just measure from my order block from the wick. And this, since this is the top, this green candle is the
Okay,
top.
that's what you mean. So basically your short position tool you just put up.
Yep. And I would measure, I would round it up to like 40. And then I would just take it down to the next zone, to the top of this zone, this order block.
Mm-hmm.
And that was what, 155 pips.
Mm-hmm.
So now, depending on what happens next week, what this gives next week, if I get a break below a bearish order block below here, I would like to see it come out just a little bit, pull back, give me another bearish order block that's not breaking this current order block. But with the bearish order block right here, I'm just going to take it. Like, I'm just going to take it. Like, because price may come, it might just wick and then keep going, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to chance it. If I get a bearish order block here, I'm going to measure it up and then take it down to the next zone.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
would
that,
look at it as the violation of that order block to the left.
and I was going to
That
say, and it's all that is based off market structure and price action. Because you violated this order block. This didn't violate the order block, but if this violates the order block, then you're looking for the pullback for the continuation to the downside.
Yes, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, because
basically a pullback,
if you look at that order block, it probably, I mean, it came into that zone for the bullish order block.
This one right here?
Since it hadn't came back and touched it before, and
Well, it came back and touched it here, right?
right there, yeah.
But price, it looks like price is not, may not go up anymore. It looked like it just fizzled out here and maybe starting to push back to the downside. A little mini head and shoulders. Oops. Like, so I would, that's
Okay,
what
I
I'm
see
saying.
it.
I would like to see what happens once price gets here on the 1 hour. Like, it could print a bullish order block and start breaking these highs and then pull back and then buy up, right? So wait for price to show you what it wants to do. Wait for price to show you what it wants to do.
Okay.
So, yep. So, I mean,
well,
any pair, any of
just
the pairs, just go to your 4 hour. Now I do like to go to the daily just to see, like where I am overall, right? And overall, this has been bearish. I don't know if it's, and you see, I still have my key levels marked up with the lines, but if I remove my lines and we're trading naked as I would say, my 4-hour, go to my 4-hour, I would mark up my high, which is currently right here. And this is a key level, but this is the high right here. Okay, and then this is our low right here. Now, you see all this zigzag, 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 it's pushed up here, and then it pushed down here, and then it pushed back up here, and it, like, I would not trade the back and forth, but I would definitely wait for price to show you what it wants to do, whether it's going to tap into this order block and push back up into this order block and then push back down. I would wait for price to get into one of these zones, get into this zone, and show you what it wants to do. Because this may come down some more, give you a bearish shorter block. Again, you have the low right here. So if you break this low here, that means you're breaking the low, and then you are looking to target, I would say, this low, or if you do the support and resistance strategy, it would be that low. So if it breaks out here, you're looking at 144 pips to this next zone. And because this was an expansion move that broke this high, it might tap into the last, it may tap into this candle here. This was the violated order block right here. So it just may be coming back to retest that zone, but that would be my target. And if it decides it's not going to break out here, then, and it breaks out this way, then your first target is going to be here. So we're talking 142 pips here. And then once it gets there, it may break out again. So the next zone, you can trade, you can here, or even to, we'll just mark up these highs here, or those highs here. So if you're day trading, you're talking 140 pips. If you break out here and go to this zone, you're talking almost 200 pips. If you break out here and go to this zone, you're talking about 150 pips. And then we said if you break out here, 148 pips. Price could even come up here and then start selling all the way back down here. So if you're trading from zone to zone, you should be able to catch as many pips as possible. Now, does that make sense?
Kim, do you set your alerts at the zones?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yep. And I will set a like ping me per minute, because it's on the hour. And then once it gets there, I'll change it to once per bar close on the hour.
Okay.
This is a 4-hour, but I would do it on the 1 hour. So yeah. So initially once per minute, just so that it will, like, say I'm not able to catch it right then and there, it'll just keep pinging me until I go there and then look and see what's going on. And then I'll change it to once per bar close on the hour. Or you can do the 30-minute. You can do the once per bar close on the 30-minute. So that means go to the 30-minute and then set it to once per bar close.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You take your trade on your entry on the 1 hour?
I usually enter on the 1 hour or the 30-minute, one of the two.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it all depends on if I'm working, then I'll just set it to the hour. But if I have time to look at it, then I might set it to the 30-minute.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So yeah, so if you're trading from zone to zone, I'm not sure how big everybody's account is, or how much you have in your trading account. I'm not sure if you're trading a prop account. I would I would definitely, I'm just gonna say at least a point two or 0.3 if you have a smaller account. If you have a prop account, I would definitely trade a standard lot once you get what you're looking for and trade it to the next zone. Mm-hmm. All right. So anybody have any questions for how to mark up the chart on once you come to
I see you squeeze it in, Kim. I'm just not sure. I guess you go to I see you squeeze your chart in.
I always squeeze my chart in. I always want to know where
Okay.
I am. For instance, like for gold. And I don't usually put any gold. I try not to do the gold trade. That's Baba's baby. But for gold, um, so we initially had this break of structure, right? And this wick up here. And then we had a change of character from this last move right here. So I fibbed from here to down to here. And price has pulled back to the 50% 618. And I had it marked up, but I didn't post this in the group. So 50% 618. So price came back to the golden zone of this last move down. So I personally think it's gonna sell. Let me see. Personally think it's gonna keep selling, but I'm at least expecting gold to sell to this zone right here. This was the breakout. There was a breakout here, and then there was a change of character up in here. So I'm assuming gold wants to sell at least down to here for now. Now, if it comes and breaks through, then I'll sell it down to the next zone. If we're looking at this move, because price broke structure here, and this is just how I look at it. Price broke structure here, but then price came back and broke structure here. Once that candle broke. So I don't know if price is trying to continue buying up or if it wants to start selling. But if I'm trading from zone to zone, I'm just going to be in it from zone to zone. So this could be, now that it broke structure again to the top side, this could be a pullback to the 78, right? or even the 88, because it's a level of support and resistance right here. To continue buying up, I don't know. We don't know what the market is going to do, but flip flop. But from zone to zone, I'm going to trade it.
Okay. Do you have your fib levels posted in the group?
I think I did before, but I can repost it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, I can
And one more
repost.
question.
Uh-huh.
How do you save those templates on the side where you just went?
Which one?
Like, how do you save those templates on this? How do you save templates, period? I see you just,
Oh,
yeah.
So like these right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever so as you can see, my support and resistance lines are black, right?
Right.
So say if I want to change that to pink. Oh shoot. What did I just do? Stop. Okay, background. Say if I want to change that to pink. And then, sorry. And then I would do template. You saw how I did that right here.
It's template, uh-huh.
And then save as, and then you can name it, whatever you want to.
Okay. And it just creates a list.
And it creates that list. So the one I just created was right. Oh, did I save it? I didn't save it. Maisha, close that door, please.
Yes, you did.
Did I create it?
Yes. Because it was the freaking this and that. There you go.
Oh, there it is right there.
Yeah. Okay, I see it. Yeah. Makes sense. Thank you, Kim.
Yep. You're welcome. And then you can delete it if you want to. So, and then I would just go back and then it goes back to my support resistance line. So, yeah. What was your other question? I just forgot just that quick. Pull back.
I guess you're used to it. When you squeeze in the chart,
Oh,
it's
squeeze
like,
it.
it's like, you can see, how do you see the order blocks? Or do you look for the order blocks?
I don't see them when I squeeze it in. The only time I'm really squeezing, because I just need to see what the market is doing, right?
Okay.
Because, I see a lot of times people come to the chart and it's just like this, right?
Okay.
So and yes, this is bullish, but I need to know, am I coming up on a level of support resistance?
Okay, the overall picture.
Overall picture. Because
Makes
like,
sense.
here's a zone here, right? This is the zone here. So if I'm approaching that zone, then I need to know that because price is probably going to tap and either break. It's going to respond somehow,
Okay.
right? So it may come up here and then immediately start selling. But if I don't look at where I am overall,
Okay.
then I'm just really looking for those levels of support resistance.
Okay. Makes sense. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I have one last question, and I might know the answer to it, but I think need confirmation from you,
Yes,
Kim.
ma'am.
Please.
Yes, ma'am.
If you could zoom in maybe 1 or 2, 4 hours, something. Okay. So earlier we were looking at, I think it was AJ or Chef Shay or one of those, but right here, when you say once it hits a zone or like when it creates an order block at your zone or on your zone, like okay, I guess because you said you wanted to either break it or something, but you want to see a pullback.
Yes. So I want to see,
So
like, if
in
say
particular,
if this right here was a green candle and then a red candle, right? It would be a little baby bearish order block. Now, it had not broken this low yet, right? So now this is my current low. and you can look over here, but right here, you see this wick it's full. So this might be coming to fill in this wick. But this is my what time frame am I on? 4 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour. So if I didn't have this marked up, right? And remember, if I came to my chart on the 4 hour, I know that price has been bearish, right? And I marked up my current high, right? And then I marked up my current low. So right now, this is my current low. So what you want to look for is that these candles, you want two color candles, right? Where they're equal at the top. And I say that because right now we have a bearish order block that has broken this low, right? And price may keep, and you know how I always say, when I have a bearish order block like this, where the wick and the body are almost equal, like I always feel like it just keeps running.
Okay.
So come market open, this could just keep running down to
That swing low.
to this low here.
Okay, so back to what I was trying to ask. When you say looking for a pullback can also just be a wick, right? Or no?
If there's some news, 9 times out of 10, it might just be a wick. Yeah.
So even on a lower time frame, like
5 minute.
I mean, no, like the 1 hour, because you say your entry is on the 1 hour. Like when you see that water block on your zone and it breaks through the zone, and then you want to see the pullback, would that little tap in into that particular order block, would the tap in wick be considered a pullback for you?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Yes. So if price came and tapped, it just wicked in and then started dropping. Because it can drop and close like down here somewhere, right? And then you might have now I personally like to see it in the zone. I mean, that's just me personally. But let me go back to the 4 hour because I want to mark up. Although this doesn't have the 2 candles, we have the body here and then the wick. So we have this zone here. So so once price is right here, right? The market can open and give us a whole bullish order block. But if I had seen if price had broken out of here before the market closed and then pulled back, I definitely would have been looking for this break, the pullback, and then the continuation to this low here.
Wait, what?
So
waiting for a pullback of the pullback? Is that what you're saying?
If market had broken out here and then pulled back, right? So you're looking for, say it didn't give you an order block, but say it tapped into this zone, because these are 2 key level zones, right? It could have just tapped into this zone and then broke this low, because market structure, right? So you had this push up, pull back, push up, and then you had this break. So now you're waiting for that pullback to then start taking it down to because you had a break. Remember, we trade market structure and price action.
Okay, and so basically, that pullback could just be a wick tapping into
Yes.
that. Yes. Okay, so that's really what I was wondering. Because sometimes,
and I was gonna say this right here, this move down here could just be an order block, right? So if I was going to, depending on where that order block is up in here, you can just mark up, the smaller candle, put it above here, and then just take it to here.
Okay, that's what
Yeah.
I wanted to know. If it can
Yeah.
just be awake.
Yeah, most of the
sometimes,
time with news, it's probably just going to be a wig.
yeah. I mean, just in general, the same thing that I had with OG talking about the swing low, like just the semantics about everything.
Which
Pullback for me is basically like maybe more like a retrace, or it's probably synonymous to retracement,
yes.
so
Yeah.
it can be basically a wick on the tiny time frame, or on a higher time frame where it actually goes all the way back to either the 78 or whatever,
Yeah.
like making a bigger move. So that's why I was just wondering if you would consider a wick tap-in also a pullback.
Yes. Now, I will say, because price can wick up here, because this is really the last swing. This is the high. This is the break of structure right here, right? So price could pull back into this order block, might wick, and then drop. So either you can set your limit here, or you can wait for it to break the structure and then set your limit at one of these, probably the lower one of these areas of interest, or the POI, because once it breaks structure, it's going to pull back to a key level and then start selling. So you can wait for the move to happen. You can either set your limit here or wait for the break to happen and then set your limit at the key level. Or get your entry at the key level.
Okay.
That makes sense. But like we said, news could just come wick up here, drop, and then keep moving. Because this order block has not been mitigated yet. So we don't know what market open is going to bring.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yes.
What if it was at that same level, but it gives you an impulse like bullish? Would
If
I
it
bring up to that higher level, or wait till it gets to that level and break out
Well,
and
see, it would
retest?
have to break these highs first. It would have to break these it would have to violate this order block, and then pull back, and then continue going up. So that's why I was saying, you gotta, once the market opens, it's going to give you what it needs to give you. So if price pushed up, so on the 1 hour, you might get a 1 hour whole bullish push up here. If it starts breaking these highs, then I would be looking for buys but I would wait for the pullback to one of these zones and then take it to the next zone. So it tapped into this order block, but I would still, because it could consolidate for weeks in this zone here. Heck, for months. What pair is it that has been consolidating for a very long time? I can't remember which pair it is, but there's a pair that's been consolidating probably for a few years, just between zone to zone. But
I
my
think that
guess,
was AUDNZD, I think it was.
NZD.
was trading at, I think, either Ebony or on the higher time frame, right?
Yeah.
It's been going, yeah, that's it.
So it's been between here and here. So this is the swing right here, this whole move, but the key level here. Oops, I can't even get it in here. So this is the key level here. So it's been ping-ponging in these zones back and forth since 2013. So yeah. Which pair were we just on? So 4 hours.
AUDJPY. That was the one you were just on.
There we go. Yep. So on the 1 hour. So now, as you can see on the 4 hour, it's given a 4 hour bearish order block, right? So our guess is, because price would have to break this high in order to be buying. Our guess is it's going to push out, pull back, and then continue to the downside to these lows. To this, at least this low for now. That would be my target. And how many pips is that? 50 pips. And I know I say I like to, see 100 pips, but 50 pips would do the job as well. Okay. At a standard lot, at a 2 lot. Hold on just a second, y'all. Hold on just a second.
I think I like the zone to zone trading, Essie.
Okay, I'm back.
And
Yes.
if it goes off of what OG said,
Huh?
if it goes under the 96 based on OG with the quarter levels, it should go to 95, right?
Now I'm gonna tell you right now, if Baba would need to be on here to talk about that, or yeah, Baba would need to be on here to talk about that, because I don't really understand the quarter levels. I just look, but I do know that my key levels are almost in alignment with the quarter levels. So maybe yes.
It was just an observation because I was looking at it as you were doing it, and I think I was looking at it yesterday, and it pretty much was almost like you said on pretty much on every one of those quarter levels. Like it's right at 96, and those 50 pips that you're looking for is 96.5.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, like you said, we go to 95.
And then right here is, let's see, what's this level here? So 95. So this is 90. This is 96. And then this is 95.5.
Yep, pretty much. It's real close to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Or is it 95.5?
Yeah, it's 95.
You talking about the quarter levels?
I got the quarter level
Yeah,
pretty good.
95.5.
95.5, yeah. And as you can see, it's a strong key level, right? So 95.5 is up in here somewhere. So it's a strong key level. You're welcome, Elsie. Huh?
I didn't hear you. My phone was ringing. Say it again.
I was saying that that 95.5 is somewhere up in this zone here, which is a strong key level of support and resistance. So they're usually in alignment with each other. And see, I like this zone here. This is 96. Yeah, but this is still a key level because you got this zone here. So yeah. Yeah, the zone, especially if you want to, try to have your trade play out for the week. If you just find a pair that's currently at a key level, it's 9 times out of 10 going to happen within 3 to 4, maybe 5 days, but most of the time 3 to 4 days. Sometimes less.
Yeah, I like the zone to zone like that. It's so simple, look like.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back and look at your videos too.
Okay. And I'm recording this one too, so.
Okay. Is it on the YouTube?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to Todd once it
Okay.
finish rendering. So
okay.
Yep. All right. So any questions on the zone to zone trading, the market structure, the price action? If does anybody want to go back and back test any pair that they tried to trade this week and it didn't work out, or maybe it did work out?
I'm good. This is actually the one that I that I was in.
You were in the AUD JPY trade?
Yeah. I did it wrong.
You say you did wrong?
Yeah, I did it wrong because I was looking for it. See right there where you marked it up at and where it bought, I was looking for a buy to go
Right
all
here?
the way back up. Yeah.
So this is the only thing when I looked back at it, and although I like to see the clear order blocks, right? I know that we say 2 candles plus 2 bullish candles with the bearish candle is an order block, but I want to see a clear order block. But as you can see, this pulled back to this break here. And let me just zoom in so you can see it. It just pulled back to this break here and then started selling back down. But like I say, I want to see a clear order block in this zone. And when I saw this, I was like, okay, so it's not breaking this high yet. But then it came up, it tapped into this order block and then started selling down. So when I saw that happen, when I saw this happen, and even though it came and gave me a bullish order block, but it wasn't breaking any highs. And then it turned around and gave a bearish order block. So I'm like, and you see the bearish order block is in the zone. So now I wanted to just wait to see what happens. So now that it has, well, this broke this low. So now I just need to see a price come out and break this low and then wait for the pullback to take it to the next zone.
But it would have to close under that zone though.
Yeah, I need to see a closed candle. Some people use the wick as a break, but I personally like to see a closed candle. So, I mean, that's just the way I trade.
and it has to be on the hour or the 30 minute.
You can look on the 15-minute, but sometimes the 15 will psych you out into thinking.
I don't like the 15 either, because like you said, the 15 will fool you. I was
Yeah.
thinking.
For instance, this is on the 15, right? Price broke this high, violated this order block, violated this high, and then tapped into here. So looking at it this way, and then gave this order block in the zone, I would have been looking for price, and then came back and gave another order block. I would have been looking for price to go up, right? But because it will fake you out. But on the 1 hour, even a 30-minute, like there was no, other than this order block right here, I needed it to pull back into this order block and give me an order block. So it did not do that. So I'm like, okay. And like I said, once on the hour, it pulled back. You had this order block that never got mitigated. So it pushed down, red candle, red candle, red candle, and then pulled back into the order block and then started selling. Which was also in alignment with this low breaker structure here. And that's where it pulled back to and then started selling.
Yeah, so I know what my problem is now, patience.
What was the problem?
Patience.
Patience is definitely the key. Definitely a key. Like even where it is right now, although I'm saying I got a thing right here, like I said, price could come and give us a whole bullish order block at the open and then pull back and then we can be buying up. So patience is definitely key. You're welcome, Adrian. So, yep. So, any other questions? Any. If not, then that concludes our Friday session.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Stop recording.